So this is the part 3 of the series about AI and how it's affecting jobs and breeding inequality, and also its new tech race for reshaping global power. So in this part 3 of this segment, I am looking at how the AI race affects Africans in diaspora. In the part 1, we talked about how it's affecting the global power hemisphere. That's the global north and the global south. In part 2, we narrowed it down to how it's actually affecting Nigeria and Africa. So now we're looking at the Africans in diaspora. This particular segment is an offshoot of the Jakpada syndrome. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. If you don't know what Jakpada means, it means the migrants that are in abroad that went back to Nigeria, and the Jakpas, the ones that left Nigeria to come to the UK. So for the purpose of that collective group of economic for the purpose of that group I want to pick out for this economic analysis, I will want to talk about how this AI race affects Africans in the diaspora. My name is Dr. Dide Adewale, and welcome to my channel, where I unpack how politics, economics, and international relations shape our world. On this segment, you're going to be exploring with me a very, very insightful topic of how Africans in diaspora are reacting to the new AI changes, what the job security is saying, what immigration is saying, and what hope would it be for those that might have to return home, or those that might have to look for other kinds of jobs, or those that the job they're doing now is looking like it will be obsolete due to AI automations. I will pick job security first. Let's start from that from that variable, job security. So job security in diaspora is now at a risk. If you've been hearing it, I'm telling you now. So if you're wondering why your folks in the UK, in the US, and the Canada are not actually sending money home, or they suddenly just, get their jobs taken from them, is because most Africans abroad work in sectors that are highly exposed to AI automation. And this includes customer service. They are the ones in BT. They are the ones in all the telecommunications, retail customer service, any form of customer service you might think of. A lot of the Africans in diaspora actually work in that sector. Some earn annually, some per hour, some per shift, Also the healthcare administration. A lot of Africans in diaspora have jobs in this sector. We have transportation and logistics. We have retail, especially opening of African stores, working in Tesco. We have security. We have hospitality. We have call centers, even low and medium skills that are off office roles. So AI will replace many of these functions, and they will be the first because they are cumbersome, they are lengthy, and sometimes can actually affect productivity and outcome and the processes of a company's organization. Looking at the customer service sector, imagine if AI can respond to the feedback or the ratings from customers. AI can actually solve problems. So many of this automation will replace having to employ humans to do them. So AI will replace many of these functions first, and this means that Africans abroad face higher job vulnerability than many other groups. Competition will be for the remaining jobs that they have, and things will become tougher, especially if you are not in the tech industry. And you see, income stability will become very uncertain. And when Africans abroad lose income or face reduced hours, obviously remittances to Africa will also fall. So a new skill now divide is emerging. A new skill where you are weighing the new skills you are gaining from the one that AI requires you to gain. is actually emerging. And I would term it as a new skill divide. So yes, a new skill divide is emerging in the sense that the AI wave rewards people with technical skills, people with data literacy, digital creativity, automation competencies. But many Africans in the diaspora have migrated through care work, especially between 2001, during the COVID period. A lot of people that are in diaspora do not actually have the skills. Most of them have come and migrated abroad to come and do care work. So most of them are stuck in sectors such as care work, hospitality, security, general labor, low wage services. And these jobs, weren't built with AI in mind. So AI creates a new type of inequality, even inside diaspora communities. And this is what will be. People will need to reskill. If you don't reskill, you will be booted out. So if you're a care worker, you are in hospitality or whatever industry that you might be in, you need to reskill. You need to fall under the category of being highly skilled now. And those who don't reskill will remain in the lowest paying sectors. Also, there will be a growing income gap even within the African diaspora families and communities, especially those of you that like asking the questions, how long have you been in the UK, to determine how quickly you will prosper or not. There is a growing income gap within the African diaspora family. And what does this affect? Housing. For most people that have acquired houses now, good for you. It might become difficult because of income. It would affect housing, access to credit, long-term stability, even the ability to support your family back home because of low income. And definitely remittances will be a very big pressure point because Africans abroad contribute at the moment over 95 billion in annual remittances to the continent. So if AI reduces diaspora job opportunities, remittances will drop. African economies will suffer, family support becomes harder, financial pressure rises on both sides. I want you to understand that these are not prophecies. These are purely economic analysis and observation of what is happening. So it's not like this episode is sat there cursing on Africa or cursing on Nigeria. No, we are showing you the advantages and disadvantages and how AI automation is actually shaping and what the consequences of this shaping and remodeling that AI automation is doing will actually turn out to be. So this is one of the most underestimated effects of AI on Africans. This discussion that we're having is the least discussed as well. Everyone can just understand that immigration rules is changing. Some people are abruptly being removed from their jobs for the slightest mistakes that can be overlooked. It's because everyone is saying that AI is the future and are taking immediate steps to see how they can fit in. Looking at the immigration system now, what would you expect? If you notice, immigration is leaning into higher skills. And you can see the many settlements they're bringing up, the many years for settlements that is coming up, incredibly long years. Some are criticizing it, some are supporting it. But this is what I think. Countries like the UK, US, Canada, and EU are definitely shifting their immigration systems to attract high skill and AI relevant workers. This means fewer visas for low skill jobs, more competition for skilled visas, pressure on Africans to upgrade their skill set, and difficulty even bringing family members over. There's going to be tighter migration pathways for the future applicants. Everyone is trying to protect its economy. Everyone is trying to make most of the opportunity. So these will be the consequences when it comes to immigration. AI is quietly changing the politics of immigration in the West. And Africans in the diaspora will continue to risk becoming consumers and not producers. If Africans abroad only use AI tools created in the US and China, this will happen. Africans, therefore, need to participate in building them. Don't just consume. We need to participate in building them. Because if we continue to consume, we will remain on the consumption side of this global technology. We will become more independent on foreign platforms, and we will be shut out of high value sectors. This inequality will expand in the diaspora, within the communities, and even at home. So you see, there is need to actually think outside of the box and start upskilling yourself. If you've been thinking about only care and social work, now is the time for you to start looking for new skills in tech. So to succeed in the new global economy, as an African in the diaspora, you must move from being users to contributor. Of course, this will bring about mental pressure and identity shifts, especially if when you were coming into this country, this was not what you bargained for. But you see, AI is replacing jobs traditionally. And most of these jobs that the AI is replacing are filled by immigrants. And also, this can create identity insecurity. You'll be having anxiety about not belonging to any sector. There will be economic pressures even within the diasporan households. You won't be able to afford your African foods and even the luxury holidays you go for. And even if you try to create a business or start a business, your accessibility to credit, if you are not properly employed as an highly skilled, will be low, because companies don't give you credit if you don't earn a particular amount of money, or the amount of credit you get, let me use it that way, depends on the income and the stability of your stay and stability of your job. This can also create a fear of being left behind. You see, there will be increased competition even between minority groups. If you think the Asians are fighting for the businesses of the Africans are fighting for, this is only just the beginning. And this will definitely reshape diaspora life. And I'm talking about completely reshape diaspora life between the next 5 to 10 years. But at last, there is a huge opportunity if Africans adapt quickly. So you see, despite all the risks, there is a massive opportunity. Africans in the diaspora have access to better internet, which the people at home don't have. They have access to better training. They have access to global exposure, proximity to tech hubs, multicultural networks, global work opportunities. If Africans tap into AI learning now, they can dominate the global remote work. They can export our income skills. They can build businesses back home that will compete on the global stage. And they can become Africa's digital bridge. And they can create generational wealth. So the diaspora can become Africa's AI vanguard, actually, but only if they move early. So AI is not just reshaping global power. It's actually reshaping the lives of Africans abroad, because it's threatening jobs, it's threatening income, it's threatening immigration pathways, and even identity in the West. But it will give you a chance to rise. It will give you a chance to improve your skills if we understand the opportunities and actually position ourselves properly. So the question for Africans in diaspora is simple. Will we be creators in the AI age or consumers? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Drop a suggestion, your opinion, and even questions. Let me know your pattern of thoughts and how you are seeing these discussions we're unpacking on this channel. This is a gentle reminder for you to subscribe to the channel, Engage with us, share with friends and families, professionals, careers, in groups that might need this conversation. Till I see you next time, you take care. Bye for now.